Oh, yeah. Do you think the target was to win the quadruple?
And this guy is so bitter when he loses. Yes, everybody's target is to win the quadruple because all of the big clubs, as far as I'm aware, we all want to win every game we play and win every trophy that we're in for. So yes, you may not say it out loud, the target this season is the quadruple, but you're trying to win everything. So yes, Pep.
Honestly, it's not. We compete really good. That is what as to my team, and we are more than satisfied to win the treble. Our expectations are high, but not high enough to.
Oh, look, of course, look, you going out of this, I saw a lot of City fans in the comment section of the full fan highlight show last night. Well, we still won the treble. We're still going to win trophies this year. Yeah, you are. And you'll be congratulated for that. But that doesn't take away from the fact that you got knocked out of a tournament that you're trying to win. Now, yes, they rotated, but nearly every single big team rotates in the early stages. In fact, a lot of the teams that you would consider mid-table rotate because you can't just play your strongest 11 in every game of every competition. That's why all of our clubs spend hundreds of millions of pounds every summer, billions of pounds, all of the top six, billions of pounds during the Premier League era. Most of our clubs over the last 7-8 years, when building these squads we have spent anywhere between 800 to 1.5 to 2 billion pounds so that we can rotate. They spend hundreds of millions on their academies so that they can bring in top quality youngsters in these games as well. This is just, listen, I see the media out here defending him as well. I don't think Pep takes it seriously. I don't think this competition matters to City anymore. When they won it 4 years on the bounce, when they were doing domestic trebles, when they dominated every single domestic cup competition for 4 years, all we ever heard was, wow, this is what an elite club does. Suddenly, Man City, they get knocked out and it doesn't care anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. He didn't care. They're not trying to win it. City didn't want to win the League Cup. This is just absolutely ridiculous. How dare they?
How dare you?
Facing the sack from Chelsea. It's a big issue, and I think too many people just sit there and go, don't be stupid, Mark. You can't sack another manager. He's got 5 points from 6 games, and he's got a squad that's worth over £1 billion. I don't care how difficult that job is. I think you have to always have the threat of the sack when you are managing a club like Chelsea.
There always has to be the threat of the sack, of course. There has to be for everybody. There has to be an element of pressure. There has to be something that keeps you on your toes. I get that logic. Of course, they won last night, but now it's back to the league. Points need to be picked up. Their current points per game ratio over the last 38 games has been enough to get you relegated every single season of the Premier League. It needs to improve. But does sacking Poch actually help Chelsea this time, at this moment? That's the question. Let's listen to what Mark's got to say.
Many people will disagree with me on that, but look, I think he could be gone by Christmas. I've said I think Man City will have the title won by Christmas. I wouldn't be surprised if Pochettino was gone by Christmas. I don't believe in sacking him. I'd be a hypocrite if I said that. I actually said in my Premier League predictions that I think Chelsea will be the flop of the season. Some people thought they might be the shock of the season. Couldn't see it. The club is not run properly. It's unstable. It's disorganised. And you're seeing that disorganisation on the pitch as well.
That's why, listen, I kind of get where Mark's coming from. It sounds like he's more talking, he could get sacked and he should be under the pressure, but it would be the wrong decision. And I think that's right. They are run poorly. So they need football people there. And I'm not saying that Pochettino is flawless, but getting rid of him at this point, in my opinion, would only further throw the club off the field into chaos. It would be another cat amongst the pigeons. And I understand the knee-jerk reaction from fans. Some fans, sack him, you're picking the wrong players. Listen, there was 3 left-backs on the pitch last night, and they won. I keep hearing Chelsea fans say, it's playing people out of position, that's why we lose. Cucurella was playing right-back. Maatsen weren't playing left-back, because Chilwell was. So I don't think it's solely on the manager. I think it's about removing the scars from last season and fixing the problems created, not just in the past 12 months by Todd Bowley, but 6 years. This is the 7th without competing for a Premier League title. Let's take a listen here to what Rory Jennings has said on the same subject.
Deeply troubled by what I have just read. It seems that there is a sentiment that is starting to spread and gather traction at Stamford Bridge that suggests that Mauricio Pochettino is the problem at the club. There seems to be some rather large Chelsea accounts that believe that Pochettino needs to be replaced. 6 games into the season, the instability that would cause, the ramifications of making such a drastic move this early in the season, I cannot get my head around it. It is totally unfathomable to me how you can see what's been going on at Chelsea and blame Mauricio Pochettino. Yes, Mauricio Pochettino's getting it wrong. Now look, in this video, I'm going to make a clear case as to why I believe that Mauricio Pochettino needs to be backed. I think that whatever you think is going on at the club, Pochettino needs to be backed wholeheartedly. We need to pledge unilateral, aggressive love and support to Mauricio Pochettino because he is our only hope of getting out of this mess. He is the only genuine football man at that club who has an understanding of the game. He is the only person at the club that has any sort of voice, any sort of say that understands the culture of football. He is the only football man, and therefore we must pledge allegiance to him. The fact that some people are having a conversation around Bowley and Egg Barley getting rid of Pochettino. If you are directing your ire and anger, and legitimate anger, in fact, it's legitimate anger because this season has been a catastrophe already. But if you are directing your ire and venom anywhere aside from the board, you are so misguided.
Rory's bang on. And do you know what? Maybe there's a little bit of confirmation bias in here for me because I'll always criticize players and managers at Man United, but whenever it gets down to the root cause, the crux of the problems at my club, I look at the owners and the way we're run. Why? Because I look at every household, every educational system, every government, every business in the same way. You can look at individual mistakes. You can look at problems that are symptoms of the root cause, and you can fix some of those. But you always have to keep asking why. The 5 whys are so important to get to the root cause problem, because until root causes are fixed, the symptoms will persist, regardless of who is coaching the team, regardless of they sell these 3 players and buy 3 new guys. The problems are going to consist if the root cause isn't fixed. And I think it's true that there are things to criticize Mauricio Pochettino on, but we now live in this weird world. And I don't know whether it's because of instant gratification. I don't know whether it's because the dopamine fix that people get via social media. I believe there are some that are chasing fame. There are some that are chasing interactions. There are some that are chasing, I want to grow my subscribers. I want to become a big podcaster. I want to be famous in this industry. There is a bit of that. There's certainly a bit of that. They've seen how the organic originators in this industry caught fire. I'm just going to follow the same suit, even if they don't really believe it, even if this time round their complaints are not the legitimate root cause issue. So there's fame-hungry people. There's individuals that just want interactions. There are people that maybe are just misguided in this as well. There's so many different kind of agendas as to why people react this way. But sometimes you have to look at it and say to yourself, what's best for my football club? Because I've always felt when it comes to fan content, our job is to talk honestly and openly, authentically about how we see, think, and feel. But I always was under the impression that a kind of role as fans is to say what we think is best for our clubs, as opposed to what's best for us. And I'm someone that I know I could have grown a lot quicker by always following, when it comes to Man United, what the populist opinion at this moment in time publicly is amongst fans. Sometimes it is attacking the Glazers. Sometimes it's attacking a player. Sometimes it's attacking a particular manager. And I've not always, sometimes I've followed suit because I believed in that conversation. There are times where I've lost followers and lost respect and lost friends because I've said, no, that's wrong. And that isn't the problem at the club right now. And I think for me, this is what I would say to Chelsea fans. You need to be authentic. You need to be honest. Even if you don't like Poch, it doesn't mean, yeah, this is my chance to turn on him. put your club first. And trust me, I truly believe you will feel so much better. You will feel so much better about things moving forward. But let me know what you think about what Mark Goldbridge and what Rory Jennings have had to say in the comments section below.
Let's go! Come on!
You got to admit, it was a good performance, Marcel. It seems like we can beat teams away a lot more comfortable than when we're at home.
No, it was a good performance, good competitive game. I thought Brentford came at us in the second half.
Yep.
First half, we had it pretty much on lock. Second half, Brentford gave it a go. And they caused us some uncomfortable moments, man. But I'm glad with the win, man, because I'm one of those old school guys. I like competitions like this.
Yep.
I think it's something like 30 years since we won this competition. It's about time. Got off to a good start. We've got to go. This means nothing now if we don't go on and have a very good cup run. I want to see us go all the way.
Yeah, were you surprised with Arsenal's, play today? Because for me, Arteta rotated more than I expected, and we still got the job done. And it's a good Brentford side.
Yeah. Listen, man, it's a couple of good performances.
Any players that come to mind?
Gabriel, man of the match for me. I thought Eddie led the line well. Tied towards the end, but I thought he did his thing. Sago looked good. Enough respect to him. Yeah, it was a good all-round performance. Little disappointed that Havertz didn't do more. I mean, we were sat together, weren't we? And we were like willing him on. We were saying, yeah, man, go for it. Couple shots, go past, man, but far too often he was passing the ball back or sideways. Am I being...
No, I think that's fair.
Wrong?
No, that's fair.
I felt that was an accurate reflection of his performance. I mean, he did okay, but I wanted him to try and take the game by the scruff of the neck a bit more,
I really enjoyed this fan cam. Laurie's a good guy, by the way, very good guy. I've met him a good few times, lovely bloke. And wants to win this competition, is putting pressure on his club to go and win it, but also understands the need and the necessity to rotate. And I do think a lot of the Arsenal players last night stepped up. Was it perfect? No. But they've got a number of injuries. A handful of players were rested because they need to be rested. There's so much football coming up. And Arsenal are trying to win everything they're in. Now, there will be the pathetic agendas that will say, well, no, we played a weakened team, therefore we're not trying to win. But it's almost a game of cat and mouse. You cannot at all times be gun-ho and playing your best team. There were definitely some hairy moments where Brentford could have scored, but they didn't. And that's football for you. I agree with the balance here from Laurie that Kai Havertz, again, I thought had a poor game. But these are the kind of games where Kai Havertz must play. I think the biggest mistake Arteta has made this season is starting the campaign with Havertz in the team. The confidence wasn't there. It's interesting watching Mason Mount at United, first 2 games, awful. Then gets injured and has spent the last couple of weeks just training with his teammates, settling in at Man United away from the limelight. Comes back in the Carabao Cup and has his best, in my opinion, not just his best game for Man United, one of the best performances he's had in over a year. Now, a lot of people are saying straight in the starting lineup with him. Maybe, maybe not. Slowly bleed these 2 players whose confidence after a terrible time at Chelsea is absolutely on the floor. But overall, look, it's good to see Arsenal fans coming out, I think, saying we want to win this tournament. I want to see more fans of Chelsea, Arsenal, United, Liverpool have this energy. We should be wanting to win all the cup competitions we're in. Yes, there's a hierarchy to the size of these cups. But winning trophies is the be-all and the end-all. It should be the end goal for all of our teams. Listen, people, top 6 show tonight. Make sure you're all tuning in. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you all again soon. Peace.